We'll move right over to Mr. Same opening spot for 12 years now, Jerry Reiner.
See, first I have the heel knee me. He shoots me off. I reverse him. I drop down. I give him an elbow. Then he feeds to the ropes. I kick him.
Spinning heel kick?
Yeah,
I know.
He ducks the elbow.
Ducks the elbow, then the heel kick. Yeah. Right, I've seen it. Every time.
Go with what works.
I understand.
Did you watch my last match?
No, I was...
Totally different.
You seen
really?
Them all.
Yeah, I've got Best of Jerry Reiner 1 through 11.
Changed it up.
Yeah. What do you think? Hardcore wrestling. Is there a place for it? What are your thoughts? Really?
I was a big fan of ECW in the day. I think if it's done right, it works. I think you can be oversaturated with it, and if you educate your audience to nothing but violence, they're going to get desensitized. And basically, we watched the Jim Cornette shoot last night, and I'm basically rattling off exactly what he said.
Oh, are you?
It's true, though.
Pretty much, but it is true.
So this is much cheaper than buying the Jim Cornette shoot.
You can just watch this for free.
Right.
Let me just tell you everything else he said.
Does he get a counter now?
I'm gonna do that with Chili Willy, everyone's favorite homeboy.
But yeah, I like.
I love him.
That's a good reference, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like watching holy shit wrestling if it's done right.
In
I've
the
had
sense,
a few matches that are hardcore.
using
I think they
weapons,
turned out
using weapons, tables, chairs, ladders, all that crap.
well. I like doing those because it's easier.
Is it
Yeah.
easier constructing a match or easier on your body?
Both. You just hit each other over the head with shit in between your high spots.
So you think getting hit in the head with a weapon is easier?
Depends on what it is.
And who's doing
It's
it?
easier mentally, I think, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, okay, because it's still physically demanding.
It's a lot less complex.
I mean, you can take that.
And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't blow up as much in a hardcore match. Because you're not running constantly doing high spots.
Okay.
You're going, you want me to hit him with it? Yeah. And you're building it up and crack. You know.
Okay. Favorites?
And then you sell it. I settled on Mick Foley. It was real tough for me. I was thinking Rob Van Dam.
I wouldn't call him a hardcore wrestler.
But Mick Foley, I think.
Mick Foley.
He popularized it, I think. He helped ECW a lot when they were starting out.
He's another one to tell a story with what he does.
Right. And him and Sabu are neck and neck of having done it the most and put the most toll on their body over the years.
Okay.
Along with Terry Funk.
Who's still doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'd go with Mick Foley.
Mick Foley? Okay. And
I'm going to pick Rob Van Dam.
are you?
Yes,
Just a
I
pit-
am.
That's the last question, though. This Justin segment is going to be a prequel.
He's a rebel, man. He doesn't
I know.
pander.
The intro for you.
Kick your face in.
No, that's fine. It'll be hardcore. Now, I want everybody at home who are watching this on their computer who love every second of this to remember that Justin Cruze was 1/4 of a match that some old timers that I have talked to said completely blew them away. It was February 2nd, 2002.
The BYB.
Milton, Florida, in front of 500 people. You had the backyard brawl with Maze on your side against Vortex and Iceberg. You guys went something like 40 minutes.
A little more than that, I think, but yeah, right around 40.
To a standing house with 8 tables, 9?
9, including the announcer table.
Okay, with that in mind, what are your thoughts on hardcore
What are
wrestling?
my thoughts on hardcore wrestling?
Yes.
When it's done like that,
Okay.
there's nothing better.
When it's done like that?
Yes, because we built it up on TV. We
Okay.
had feuds, we had matches building up to it, and it was a show that all the storylines were getting built up to.
Okay.
So that night, the fans knew that was the show to watch, and they knew that was the match to watch because there's young guys in there that love to bump, breaking an assload of tables, and
Yeah, that was 6 years ago. You guys were pretty hungry then.
oh yeah.
And everybody left after that.
Not everybody.
There was nobody there for the main event.
Probably about 40 to 45, maybe even 50% of the people left because they thought that was the main. There's a future Hall of Famer locally who looked at me and said, "I'm going home. Nothing can top that." And I said, "Yeah, but we got a cage. I got to drive an hour. I'm going home." So
And that man was.
I don't remember. No, it was Pusha Pringle.
Oh.
It was Pusha Pringle. I didn't, but he put it over pretty good. He and what was that?
That was Jerry's other tick for,
Ding. Why?
throwing a little salt in the wounds there. For the
No, he was just putting it over.
portion of those that had to follow that match, though.
Oh yeah, for
For
shitting on the main event.
right.
Oh,
It was a very good main event.
It was a good main event. I liked it. I mean, it was the first time a cage had been in the area in a while that I
He
remember.
was the referee. And who's your favorite? We're getting off of it.
Who's my favorite hardcore wrestler?
Yeah. Yeah, to tie up this segment.
The RVD, I think I'd still go with.
You think you would classify him as a hardcore wrestler?
I would.
Yeah, because his passion is in the style of matches that he did in ECW. That's what he loves to do, because he can showcase what he can do. And if you take some of the limits off, some of the rules out of the match, you can do a lot more. It opens the world up,
Really?
For the marks.
What was your favorite Rob Van Dam match?
Favorite Rob Van Dam match?
Yeah.
That's a Jerry Lynn.
Everybody's going to say Jerry Lynn from '99. Everybody says that.
He's the only person I've ever seen work Jerry Lynn where it made me think, wow, Jerry Lynn's awesome.
Right. Because he carried a guy wrestling-wise. And I'm not trying to take away from your thoughts of him being a hardcore wrestler. In my mind, the use of a chair in a promotion that doesn't have any rules doesn't justify somebody being a hardcore wrestler. I think he was a real wrestler in a hardcore promotion. Just like Rob Van Dam matured, and even when he went to Raw, still continued to wrestle the same way, but didn't incorporate any of the hardcore stuff, and he's one of the most over guys there.
If you go by the Mick Foley definition of hardcore, though, it's going the extra mile and trying that much harder and really trying to kill yourself for the people. In that sense, he definitely is a hardcore wrestler. But if you're just going by,
I'm going by
garbage cans
and Taipei death matches, and
he can do so much more.
Yes,
so he kind of transcends that.
Okay, I mean, if you want to go Rob Van Dam, you're the wrestler. You can beat my ass. I'm not going to argue.
I won't.
No, I know.
You just came from jiu-jitsu class,
Shut
my
up.
man.
Don't fucking.
You would kill him.
No, I wouldn't. Okay, I think it's a good stopping point for part one.